flow with the tide.
I like that you just decided to accept
Your perception about life, or their handbags, and are making calls. Yes, everything comes with its ups and downs.
Succeeding a lot in life, a lot of this.
To live well, you have to do good. Reach out to the less fortunate. Do what you're supposed to do, even when no one is looking. Because all these things have their rewards. God will reward you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and if you don't know that, then it means you are either not subscribed to my channel or following me on Instagram. In today's video, I invited my father, and I'm going to be asking him some questions. I'm going to be asking him some questions about life in general. So let's just get into these things first. Introduce yourself.
Good day, viewers. Like she's told you, I'm her father. I'm Engineer Charles Nwanguma.
Okay, that's all.
That's all you need to know for now.
Okay. Then let's just get into questions. This is the first question. You're answering 7 questions. In this my generation, young people are succeeding a lot in life. You see a 17-year-old posting a picture on the internet telling us that, oh, I just bought a house, or would just basically be sharing their victories, their wins with us on the internet. And there are some people that are not doing as well as those young people, and it is making them sad. What is your advice to them?
The only advice to give to them is to believe that God's time is the best, and they should eliminate every feeling of envy or jealousy, especially as it concerns their colleagues or friends who are doing better than them in life, and hope that working positively in the right direction they would achieve probably better than those people did.
Okay. So the next question is, what do you think of my generation? Gen Z generation.
You really don't want to hear my thoughts about your generation.
Just say it.
Because I have a lot of reservations.
Okay.
Yes, things are moving faster than they were now. Younger people are more at home with the computer, with all these gadgets, and that was something we never had the privilege of. Everybody has a mobile phone in their pockets or their handbags and are making calls. Yes, everything comes with its ups and downs. There's an upside to it, and there is also a downside to it. But I don't want to stress too much on the downside, because sometimes it really makes me feel bad and low-spirited. One doesn't have a choice but to flow with the tide.
I like that you just decided to accept what you're saying. Okay, so the next question this is the third question. There are people that struggle with forgiveness. Sometimes not because they don't want to. It's not just easy for them to forgive people. I'm not mentioning names, but you, on the other hand, you seem to be the kind of person that easily forgives people. What is your advice to people who find it hard to forgive? What steps do you think they should take?
Well, there are individual differences, and this difference or differences can be colored by a lot of things: your upbringing, your personal makeup, your perception about life, how you see people and things around you. When you feel you have been erred by somebody, for me, I think, I don't know, I hate to judge, or I always hate to I hate to think that I am right when there's a conflict. I always want to feel where did I go wrong? And when I've examined and seen that I didn't go wrong, or I'm not the person who started the conflict, I try as much as possible to reach out, at least meet whoever it is midway, so that there's no victor, there's no vanquished, and one can overlook whatever it is and move on. So my advice to people who do not forgive easily is this: you are simply hurting yourself. You are simply blocking blessings from coming to you. You are simply not getting what you're supposed to get fully, because the time you spend in keeping malice with somebody is enough time to be more productive in another angle, and the person whom you're keeping malice with could have what you actually need, and because you think you're too proud, or you're too correct, or you're too up there or big up there to stoop low, stoop in inverted commas, and talk to the person and ask for their forgiveness, you feel whatever wants to happen, let it happen. But basically you're hurting yourself and you're losing. Much as the other person may be losing, you are losing more. That's it.
Okay. So the next one is, while you were growing up, what kind of parents did you think you were going to be?
I never thought of parenthood when I was small, growing up as a kid, but what I thought, or what I always had at the back of my mind, was if my parents were taking us out to social gatherings or going to the park or to see a movie or something, I always saw people carrying their kids with their wives and entering buses, and at the back of my mind I always had that phobia and hatred for such a thing to happen to me, or for me to find myself in such a situation. So I always thought I needed to work hard and provide enough for my family, and to the glory of God, I wouldn't say I'm doing too badly for now.
Oh my God! If it doesn't from, oh my God!
Yeah. Okay, the next question is, do you have any regrets in life? Like, not deep regrets, maybe something you feel, maybe an occupation you wanted to pursue, or just anything at all, any regrets at all?
I may not want to freely share my personal regrets with you, but the basic thing is I wish I had gotten married earlier than I did.
What age did you get married?
At what age did I get married?
Yeah.
I got married at 34, 35.
Is that late for a man?
For me, I think it was. Because when you plan, I'm going to, in the first 4 years of my marriage, I want to have 2 kids. Then I space out for like 3 years and have 1 more, and I close the chapter. What if God says it is not time to even have your firstborn? It's like throwing a spanner into your works, and the more you're trying to work on correcting things, the older you're getting. And before you know it, things could spiral out of control from there.
Okay. So we're getting to the end of this video. It's remaining 3 questions. The next one is, what do you think about our music?
About
Our music, this generation.
your generation's music?
Yes.
Sincerely speaking, I'm a lover of music generally, whether it is rendered in Igbo, Hausa or Yoruba, so long as the lyrical contents or the bass line or the instruments get to me and tickle somewhere inside me. Okay. I just fall for it. And as for this generation's music, they are not doing too badly. I've seen a few who have really struck a chord inside me, and tapped into my feelings for good music. And when I say good music, I am talking in terms of form and content. Lyrics, instruments, and sometimes the video. Musically speaking, this generation, I would say, if I was to score good music on a scale of 1 to 10 as it concerns this generation, good music, I said, I'm going to give them a 4/10, because most of what you hear is commercial music. They go into a lot of expletives, talk dirty videos, something not fit for underage people to listen to and watch. And the 4-letter word is thrown about freely now, unlike in our time when instead of using the F word, they would say, oh, make love to me. That's a bit more presentable than using the F word directly like that. And you hear a lot of it, and I always feel it's not healthy for people of the younger generation to get involved in. So yes, good music and basically a lot of crap, if you permit me to use that word. And I guess it's because of the times, because they are basically into music to make money. They sing what appeals to the people listen to it, and they purchase their records, and before you know it, they say they've blown, so to speak.
Yeah. So the next question is, when looking for, let's say, a potential husband, or before husband, a boyfriend, what do you think girls should look out for? Like the qualities to look out for in a man?
It all depends on how well brought up or how crazy the lady is. It all depends on what she wants in a man. But the ideal thing is you have something to do with somebody who is going to take good care of you now and in your later years. You want to have somebody who is going to be a good father to your children. You want to have somebody who is responsible. And you want to have somebody who is gainfully employed. Somebody who makes his money legitimately for a living, so that you do not live in fear of the man being arrested someday or being shot someday, like they would do to people who traffic in drugs and stuff like that. So ideally, a lady should look out for a gentleman.
Okay. So the last question, what is your advice to this generation on living a simple life?
My advice to this generation, I was looking for a word to encapsulate everything, but none comes readily to mind now. But the long and short is, to live well, you have to do good. Reach out to the less fortunate. Do what you're supposed to do, even when no one is looking. Because all these things have their rewards. God will reward you when it is time for you to be rewarded. You do not force your time on God's schedule. Rather, ask God to let His will be done in your life.
Okay. So, thank you for coming to my channel.
My pleasure.
Or there's a word in thank you for acknowledging this invite. Thank you for gracing my channel.
Okay.
So now we are going to say, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and give it a thumbs up.
Okay, it's been a wonderful time rubbing minds with you, Melissa, and it was quite a worthwhile experience. And I advise you out there, you the viewer out there and the listener out there, to subscribe to this channel, to make sure you like this channel, so that the sky can only be her limit. Thank you.
And yours too. Okay. Bye guys.
Bye.
return. Protect my energy from your bad aura. Now my pastor say I be my healer, everything I desire. I go receive my revenge, flow like a river. If you get your one, come on, go and sit down. I go just para, come on my jigger. I go just stay, follow my dreams.